Big Nick.
What's up?
What's going on? So the idea was to go live with another friend of mine, but he never joined.
Oh yeah,
You're also mentally ill. I figure it's a good discussion for you as well.
yeah. I'm always happy to discuss my mental illness.
Like, I was sorry, maybe that was harsh, but I did call it mental health discussion. So I mean, I don't
I
know.
call it a fine madness.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. It's a good way to look at it. Yeah, I mean, well, we could talk about something else. I don't know. I already named it mental health discussion. So yeah. So how's life?
I went to a Jewish comedy show with Tanya tonight.
Nice Jewish comedy. I do like Jewish comedy. Some of the best comics have been Jewish.
Hey, you know what the inventor of the vibrator said?
What's that?
If you build it, they will come.
Ah, nice little one-liner.
um, yeah, no, the ending act was a ventriloquist, and he like picked two people from the crowd to use them as puppets, as dummies for his ventriloquism, and Tanya was one of them, and he made her talk. He's like, so like, what do you want to do? I want to kiss the ventriloquist. Why do you want to do that? Cause I'm horny. And he's
That's good
like,
shit.
because he's like, where are you from? I'm from Russia. What are you doing here? Searching for a moose and a squirrel.
Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah,
That's
that's pretty
funny.
good.
You know, I met this puppeteer. I thought he was a homeless guy in LA. You meet some weird characters just roaming around LA. But he was a puppeteer and he did all the puppets for Team America World Police.
Was that
You know,
really him?
yeah, that was really him. Yeah, yeah, that was definitely him.
Because it seemed like you were, like he was trolling, or you were trolling, or I don't know who was trolling.
I was skeptical at first, but no, he proved it to us.
Wow, that's
So
amazing.
yeah, I mean, I don't. I mean, it was 20 years ago. His claim to fame was 20 years ago, but I guess so was mine. So you know, it is
Yeah,
what it is. But he was an interesting guy. He was funny. He was good. I mean, he told me about some open mics for stand up comedy in the LA area. I don't know if I'll ever do it, but I mean, I've talked about doing these.
that's why I stopped. I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to talk about doing things anymore because I just don't want to. I'm sick of my lack of follow through.
Yeah, I hear you. Strangely enough, we have zero people watching this, which I mean, I say strangely because usually I do have three or four or something, but zero people.
Oh, it's late.
It is late. Yeah. So are you in your van or are you in the house?
Does this look like the van?
I can't really tell. No, I see ceilings now. So all right. So you're in Vegas still?
I'm in Vegas.
Nice, nice. How is Vegas?
Um, well, it's cool. I mean, it's cool because like Tanya's like been taking me to some shows, um, Vegas shows. It's pretty cool. And
Have you seen the Have you seen the people that sell the weird like balloon animal things?
No.
Okay, it's on like the strip, the main strip. But anyway, it seems like some kind of coordinated hustle that they're all doing. You have these like homeless street people, and they all sell the same um, balloon animal. It's kind of strange. It's kind of strange. You'd have to
I'm
see
gonna
it.
be one of those people soon, but I'm not gonna be selling any balloons.
I think they're selling nitrous. I think that's what they're doing because they have sort of like a hustler pimp kind of guy who comes around to all of them and sort of instructs them, seems to watch over them.
Oh, I see.
And it's kind of weird that they're all tying the same exact bloom animals like all up and down the strip. So it does seem like some kind of coordinated hustle, and they have a boss or a pimp.
Yeah. I
We could sell trinkets and post $8,000. You know, we could always do that.
All right, these are the opportunities that I have for myself. I have I can sell I can sell posters for $1 million a month. Um
If you're only going to work an hour and a half a
um
month.
I can I can start a health clinic with Tanya here at her house.
You know?
But for that I'd have to be willing to take out like a loan.
Okay.
Um and I don't really trust myself with a loan, so um,
I-
I don't know. That's probably out. And what else? Uh, no, that's about it.
Well, yeah, I mean, my options are get a van and live in it, kind of like you're doing, but mine would be way rougher, and it would be kind of like an Econoline, fucking more bummy version of what you're doing.
Well,
I could continue living in my friend's shed or whatever I'm doing. I can hop trains and be a bum. I can go sit on Skid Row in a tent and be a bum, or
uh,
I
yeah,
can sell posters for $762,000 an hour.
yeah. I'm sure anyone that watches this will wonder why we don't take the poster job.
Yeah, I mean that's but that does involve working at least an hour and a half a month.
Yeah, it involves like putting in some kind of effort and like actually like having to be responsible for something.
Having some ambition and having to smile and wave at people and be nice to
Yeah.
someone. Yeah, I don't know if I can do all that.
Yeah. If it was my own product, yeah, but not. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to get into screen printing shirts and stuff. I have a lot of ideas for that, but it's just like
It's
I'm
more
good at
important.
ideas. I'm good at ideas. I'm bad at follow through. I don't want to do any of it, dude.
Yeah, I can point to some point and be like, put that there, but I don't want to. I don't want to be the one to put it there. You know.
I mean, the other option that is always open for guys like us is we could always work one of those vegan restaurant $15 an hour jobs, but like
Yeah, fuck
I
that.
feel like
I
I'd be in the same situation I'm in now if I did that.
Well, see what I the way I see it now, because I have such lack of academic skill and inclination that the way I look at it now is anytime I'm gonna do like a job or something, I have to ask myself, would I want to die doing this job?
Yeah,
Like I had to die today, would I want to die at this work, at this job? I would
yeah,
rather, and when I think about it, I think I would rather die a bum on the street than do 90% of the work that's available to me.
I mean, I sometimes like if I go into one of these like Chipotle style, like fast food style places, or it doesn't have to be Chipotle. It could be Veggie Grill. It could be a vegan version of that. I see the workers, frying up the burgers and putting the sandwiches together and dressing the food, and I'm just like, man, I see my own death. I start to have kind of like a panic attack when I see the
Yeah.
way these people are doing this day in day out. Sometimes I would go into like Whole Foods or something, at like noon or something, 11 o'clock, whatever, and then I would go do everything throughout my day, and then I would come back at night. Say I went there twice a day. I would come back at night like 6 or 7. The same people would be working. It just like it would always fuck with me, man. It would always feel like, holy fuck, I did all this throughout the day and they've been stuck there.
Yeah.
The only thing I can compare it to is having experienced prison is like that is so similar to prison that it's not very different, dude.
Right.
I mean, they were literally stuck there, and I, made 100 or trivial. I did a bunch of trivial things or made a few memories. Maybe I did some cool stuff. They were just punching a fucking time clock the whole time. It's fucking sad, dude. And I don't know
Well,
how we got here. I don't know how we tolerate this, and I don't know what else we're supposed to do or how
and
we're
I don't
supposed to
know
get out of it.
why someone's gonna wanna like risk like bringing someone here to.
Yeah.
Oh, we started over. No, did you? I don't know. It
Hang
moved
on.
and it got weird.
Hang on a second.
Riding on the city of the
Can
moon.
you talk to the 0 people that are here while I go run an errand real
What
fast?
Aaron?
Uh, like
Take a dump?
I gotta go talk. No, well, no, I gotta go talk to my roommate real quick because I actually ditched him earlier because like I was fucking like I was supposed to meet up with him and then I fucking disappeared and I
Wait,
so now
wait, how long are you gonna go talk to him for?
like 30 seconds, but there's 0 people watching, so you could talk to them.
But why can't you bring the stream to him?
Well, that's too hard to explain. If I bring the stream to him, he's gonna think it's a government operation or something.
You could just be like, I'm on the internet. I'm just hanging
Yeah,
out on,
I'm on the internet. It's a
on
good
the
lie. We got one person watching.
internet.
Oh shit, we
um,
got one person.
you know what other job I was Tanya thinks that I should do porn.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Is that because you told her you were well endowed or something?
tell her that.
Well, why would she? Why would she select porn as a vocation for you?
Oh no, I think um something about like, oh, we saw like an ad for like the men's show or whatever,
Yeah.
basically like a bunch of guy strippers or whatever, and she's like, oh, you could be a stripper, and I'm like, no, like no one wants to see my scrawny noodly ass. And then I said, at one point I thought I might want to do porn, and she's like, oh yeah, that would be perfect for you. I'm like, but that's not, I don't think it's ethical. And she's like, why is it not ethical? And I said, because it's I'm preying upon people's addiction. And
Oh, yeah. I know what you mean.
she's like, no, that's ridiculous, that's silly. And she's like really like downplaying that whole thing. I'm like, yeah, it fucks with people's brains. And so
Yeah.
like, I don't know. And so like I was like, I don't know if I could live with myself. But then then she like started really encouraging it, and I'm like, and I'm like, oh, but no one wants to see me naked or whatever. She's like, oh, but like there's everybody has like different preferences. And I was like, what? I was like, yeah, well, I guess like I could do like we both kind of said it at the same time. She's like, MILF porn, right? I was like, yeah, because I
Do what?
look kind of young. MILF
Do what kind
porn,
of porn?
MILF.
Oh, MILF. Would you do that?
I don't know, dude. I don't think like that. There's really like a market to like pay someone like me money to do that shit, and I don't know. Like I think my self esteem is already really terrible. It's something that could send me into like a worse like guilty like OCD like ruminating state of like, oh, like how I had something like I had like this really great relationship and that got fucked up, and now my life is like so shitty, and now I'm doing porn because I'm so pathetic I can't do anything else. And the sad truth of the matter is I probably can't even get it together to do porn. Like I'm probably not even good enough to do porn.
Oh man.
Like if doing porn wasn't sad enough, it's more sad that I'm just a guy that wishes he was doing porn.
I don't know that doing porn is sad. I don't see it. I don't see it being sad.
I don't know.
Um
You know, I feel like my career would have had to have started like when I was a lot younger.
yeah, I have a friend who says that a lot. Like he's got a BA and he thought about going to grad school and he's my age and he's just like, I would have had to start on this path, 15, 20 years ago. So, yeah, I mean, I can relate to that. I mean, not necessarily the career thing or the school thing, but like I can just
Perform-
relate on I can just relate on the general feeling that it's too fucking late.
Yeah, too late.
It's too late. It feels too late to everything that I'd want to do feels futile at this point. It feels too late to find love, to pursue
It's
art, to pursue comedy,
late.
to do anything.
It's too late. Though we really did try to make it.
Uncle Tumbo says, "Are you going to hang out with JJ again?"
Damn, dude. That's the only fucking people that watch your channel.
That's all they ever fucking ask, dude. Some variation of that.
It's kind of sad.
Yeah, it is sad. I know it is sad. Sad for them, sad for me. I mean,
I was saying more sad for them.
yeah. I mean, I assume they're 17 years old, but I don't know.
Uh, I mean, that's what we thought about like the New Year's live stream, and then like it turned out that like one of the people watching was like this really hot French chick who was like an anti-natalist writing a book, wanted to know if I was single, and then I like and then I start like tearing her apart for not being vegan.
Yeah. Well,
C'est
I
la
talked to
vie.
talked to this professor today, and he's sort of, I don't know, he's writing a book about animal rights, animal liberation movement, and I don't know. I just felt dumb. Like it just feels dumb. Like why can't I tell my own story? Why do I need a fucking professor intermediary to do it for me? Like
You get a ghostwriter.
I don't want to fucking tell my own story. I don't care anymore, dude. I don't.
Yeah,
I just don't care, dude. I'm not gonna inspire anyone. I don't fucking. I don't want to
yeah,
try. I just want to fucking. I really just want to get in the fucking one of those pods, bro.
yeah. Me
Sweet
too.
pods.
Me too, dude.
It
That's
sounds
gonna
nice. Dude, imagine if they could wheel out the pod into a fucking like old growth forest, bro.
yeah. I don't know. I was uh gonna print out the membership form for Dignitas today, but it's fucking 10 grand to for them to assist your suicide. 10
10.
grand and like at least 3 months of evaluation. Oh, and you have to write a fucking like biography story about yourself. Like a letter explaining your whole upbringing and life.
I would do it. I would do it. I can write not only can I write a bio that would make them that would convince them to help me kill myself, I could write a fucking bio that would make them want to kill themselves.
Yeah. That's like that episode of Seinfeld where George like meets with the committee for the apartment because they were gonna give the apartment he wanted away to the survivor of the Lusitania or something, and then he's like my life's been way tougher than someone just surviving the sinking of the Lusitania, and he like
Uh, yeah.
yeah, but
You know, this guy Noose just jumped on here and said, "I'm gonna say the N word, Buttenberg." I don't even know what would possess someone to want to do that, man. Like, dude, like, I get it. You're trying to be a troll. You're trying to be edgy. Like, cool, man. Like, all right, dude, go fuck yourself. Like, just go fuck yourself, dude.
um I don't know, dude. Well, yeah, I feel like I'm like kind of looking forward to this whole thing that so my money runs out on in May, right? Um like after May, I won't have any funds for food or shelter or gas or anything like that. Probably just I think the only thing that'll be subsidized is um my therapy and probably my phone bill. And so I was planning to be like homeless and be
Yeah.
basically like a hitchhiker or like yeah, like a hitchhiker or train hopper or something. But then I was thinking like, but I still will need to spange and I don't know, it's gonna like I'll need like, I'll need to like do something there to like make people want to just dump their money on me. And I'm like, shit, to think when I think about it, those people that fly signs at like at a at a intersection, I mean, they're doing work. What's the difference there? But what's the difference between them and the guy that like holds like a fucking the sign spinner guys that like hold a sign for some store? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
they're probably making the same amount of money.
Yeah. And it's tax free and it's, you know, um, yeah, I mean, I don't know that they're making the same amount of money. I mean, I would talk to some of them. I would talk to homeless people a lot when I lived in Berkeley, and like some of them would do little things like it's fucked up, dude. Like some of them would get get dogs because they felt like the dogs helped the hustle more, and people were more inclined to like, a dog is like kind of like a baby to people, and people were giving them money and stuff. So they would
Yeah,
do that.
I heard that homeless people, a lot of like the sign flyers make like 30 grand a year.
I mean, I guess it depends where you're at. I've talked to them, and actually in working class neighborhoods, they make more than they would in, you know, places like Santa Monica or something. Those people are not
Right.
generous. I think in
Yeah.
Texas, most people I was talking to in Texas had it really rough. Nobody was trying to help them.
Right.
So it has to be kind of like a working class area that's maybe a little more liberal or something. But
Well, all I know is so I might just like shrivel up on the side of the road and die, you know. We'll see.
nah, man, you're not going to do that. You have I think you have some fucking willpower. I mean, you work
Well,
out, you eat well, you.
I've been working out, dude. I haven't been doing shit, man. I've been like picking away at my one class that I have to take, and
You've been
that's it.
east.
Yeah, I quit today. Actually, I I
Yeah.
br- I ate food today. Tanya's gonna finish doing the 30 days. I gave up.
Was
I
it
gave up.
hard?
I didn't want to like. I'm not in the mental space to like to do it. You know, you have to be really diligent because you have to make sure you drink enough juice, and you have to always be making juice. And it's not my bag, baby. Not right now.
Yeah, I hear you. I need to do it because I need to reverse this all these health issues that I'm having. But
It
like
does help with that. It really does.
no, I'm sure it would, man. I remember when I was on a water fast, it my blood pressure numbers were stabilizing and felt a lot more energy. I felt good. I don't know why. I mean, to me that
'Cause
doesn't make any sense.
body is breaking up. Your body's eating all that old shit that's like all the old toxins that are stored are like getting dumped out. You're pissing them out, dude. Like you're giving your body a rest from digestion and adding other shit to the warehouse where it can finally organize the shit that's in the warehouse without trying to figure out how to like organize the new shit when it hasn't even dealt with the old shit, you know?
No, I get it. I get it when you break it down like that. I guess I just don't understand why fucking whatever I was eating tofu and oil, whatever the fuck. I mean, I guess I don't understand why that shit is so toxic for me. Or
Well, it's toxic for me too, man.
is it toxic for everybody, or what percentage of people
To
would you say it's
a
toxic?
certain extent, some people have great genetics. They can be poisoned and you know be a lot better than some people's tolerance to fentanyl is way higher than others. You know,
You know, I remember when I was like younger and in my 20s or something, and guys would talk about how they like got drunk and they would just go to work on like 2 hours of sleep. I was never one of those guys, man. I could never do shit like that. I could never party, go sleepless nights. I could
I don't know
never.
how the fuck they did it. I would get so sick, dude.
I feel like if I don't drink water for 2 hours, I'm fucking like ready to pass out, dude. Like, I don't know how these people did that. Like, abused themselves like that for years.
Yeah, some of the biggest, toughest dudes were like eating garbage, smoking cigarettes, drinking. And when I did it, it made me extremely weak, but it seemed to make them like fucking invincible. I don't know.
That's how I felt about it, dude. Like every time I fucking tried to do it for one night or 1 hour, I felt like trash and I felt like I was gonna pass out and die. And like these guys were doing that lifestyle for years, and they seemed like they were doing fine.
Yep. Well, our genetics are shit. So what do you want?
Yeah, I wonder if I'm Jewish.
Probably are.
Yeah.
I got in a I got in a debate with Alex the other day about if, like Jews are inbred because I was telling Tanya that Ashkenazic Jews are like are very in are like often inbred like and Alex comes out from like his office. He's like, I can't leave for a fucking second without you saying something. Like what he's like, look, and he like shows he had like pulled up an article on his laptop, like says like Ashkenazic Jews are not inbred. It's like there you go. I'm like, just you showed me a headline, and I'm so he's like, "Where's your evidence?" I'm like, "Dude, we make up like 0.02% of the population, and up until like 100 years ago, they weren't even like most of them weren't marrying anyone that wasn't Jewish. Like that means they were marrying within their communities. We're the only group that has like the other. We're the only other group, ethnic group that has the sickle cell trait." That has all these stomach problems. Like it's some pretty obvious like shit that is getting passed around. Like
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, 0.2% of the population. That's a very
less.
small.
The Ashkenazic Jews are probably like zero, like 0.02. I don't know.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's tiny. We got one person watching. I don't know. It's yeah, it's probably just a troll.
Anyway, it was so.
How do you
I'm
feel about kombucha?
I don't drink it, but only because I don't want caffeine.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Um, yeah, I mean, I kind of just want to like give up on it. Part of one of the things I'm thinking about is like, oh, and I'm homeless, I'll have no obligations,
Yeah,
like zero obligations. I can just sit on my ass.
yeah. I mean, they do have some obligation or some sort of expectation. I mean, I don't know. When I see homeless people, it doesn't look like freedom to me. I mean, they're constantly getting harassed by cops. They're constantly getting like badgered and belittled and fucking like it just seems like a hellish life. But I think it could be done short term in a way that wouldn't devastate you. But I think if it's long term and it's those people don't have an exit strategy, it will destroy you. Like
Yeah,
I've thought
I'm
about
working
it.
on that.
I did that lifestyle in my 20s, hopping around, hitchhiking, train hopping, scamming, hustling, whatever. And it was cool in my 20s, but man, I feel like if I did it now, it would totally destroy me.
My friend, my friend Fawn tells me that I would make a great bum, and she'll teach me how to train hop.
Nice.
She was a train hopper for like a long time, and then she went to I guess she decided to like go to college, and she got a degree, and then she got a job um working at a in the like doing something with working in a library at a university, but not just as like not as like an ordinary librarian. She was like in charge of keeping track of the historical literature there, like the antique, the stuff that's like 500 to 1,000 years old or something, shit like
Dude,
that.
she sounds
But
interesting. Sounds, she sounds like she's lived an interesting life.
yeah, but she as soon as her son turned 18, she quit her job, sold her house, and taught him how to hop trains. And she's been doing that with him ever since. She's in her 40s.
Oh
So
shit.
she said she's never been happier, and she's so glad that she did that, and she's still doing that now. She's still being a bum hopping trains.
Yeah, well, it sounds like it sounds like a choice she made with much thoughtfulness and premeditation. So yeah, it probably is making her feel fulfilled. Yeah, yeah.
Although she does have she does have the cushion of the house money, I guess, to lean on.
Totally. Yeah, it's always good to have a exit strategy or fallback plan. Yeah, but I like that, man. It does sound like she's trying to live. I mean, it does sound like she really has a dream and a vision. I just as I get old, like I love doing that stuff in my time every single night. But like as I get older, I don't care, dude. I just don't. There's nothing I really want. It's sad to say, but there's nothing I really want.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I don't want shit either.
Because I feel like if I wanted it, I'd be fighting to achieve it, and
That's how
I'm really not.
I say I want things, but what am I actually doing?
Yeah, I mean, I think human beings have a natural like predilection. Like, if they want something, they'll fight to get it, and I'm not fighting for anything, dude.
Yeah, I'm a lazy fuck. I had a session, like, I met with a hypnotherapist today, and it was like sort of a consultation kind of thing, or just like to get to know me or whatever. And um it was expensive just for this session. And then she basically said, like, okay, like, we would have we'd have 6 sessions over the course of 3 months, and in between the sessions I have to listen to these recordings that she makes for me, 20-minute recordings twice a day. That's my homework, right, to make the whole thing work. And it's like, I can't even commit to that. Like, I can't trust myself that I would actually, like, you know, put in the effort to listen to that shit every day, you know?
Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. I remember the last time I was in therapy, I fucking like I would get like physically nauseous and like I would get all these like sort of phobic reactions to therapy like before a session, and so I just had to stop, man, because like it wasn't sustainable like doing that to my mind and body. Like there was something really telling me don't do this, don't do this. Like I wasn't fucking ready.
I
And I
mean,
just
it's just that it becomes like an obligation, and I think it's like $2,500 or something for like these 6 sessions and the recordings, and it's like, I am I gonna listen to those and what is it? Is it just like affirmations and shit? Because I could just put on YouTube and like listen to that shit every day for, pretty much for free.
yeah, I mean I think that was a lot of it for me is my sort of negative biases around the whole thing. Like when I was doing therapy the most recent time, I had all these like sort of thoughts that like she's not actually invested in this. This therapist doesn't care. She's just hustling like everybody else. She's just trying to get her bread and butter and her fucking, and she's not invested in my problems. And I also had this recurring thought that like, I think that I've read about like cognitive CBT and stuff, DBT as well, and like they say that there's certain theories that like it shouldn't go beyond like 12 sessions. Like you should essentially reconcile whatever you're dealing with in like 12 sessions. But I did feel like the therapist just wanted to prolong it and like, okay, we'll get to this next week and then next week and like
Yeah, you never
they
actually
have
get to the bottom of shit.
self-interest in drawing you out forever, dude. Like I mean, they would deny that. They would say, "No, I have an ethical obligation to my clients." But I guess at the end of the day, I just don't believe them. Like they
Right.
have a fucking self interest in prolonging your your relationship as a client to them for 10 years if they can.
Right, and it's just like that's kind of that's what I don't understand about any of this stuff. It's like um it really should be more like they have to get you somewhere within a certain amount of sessions or they don't get paid, right?
Hmm.
Like, wouldn't that make a lot more sense?
Yeah, a lot of things should be set up like that. Like if a prosecutor brings a case against you and doesn't get a conviction, they should be fired or they should not get paid for that session. You know what I mean?
Right.
They need to disincentivize doing the wrong thing. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Kind of wonder about. I'm looking back at the comments and these guys saying I'm going to say the N word and are you going to hang out with JJ again? I wonder if they're happy. I wonder if they're just happy with their nonsense and bullshit. Like,
I don't think they're introspective enough to even contemplate.
yeah, that's what I kind of fall back to is like, yeah, I don't even think they're like self-reflecting at all.
Yeah, I mean, let's see, I'm turning these things on because I'm gonna go make some broth real quick. Yeah, I have a another. Wait, why is this not? Huh. Wait, can you talk?
Yeah, should we jump off?
Well, no, no, no. I want to, but I thought that it would come through my
It's not
headphones.
coming.
No,
Can't hear
I don't.
nothing, huh?
I hear you, but not through the headphones.
Oh shit.
Um, I'll have to turn this down real quick. Oh, maybe it's because the battery's low. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I have another ketamine session tomorrow.
Nice. Is that
Shh, shh, shh. Wait,
yeah.
shh. I have to go downstairs. Turn this down.
All right.
It won't let me turn down the volume on the live. That's weird. Oh, check this out. Got this stuff.
Yo. Oh, nice. That's what's up, baby. That's what's up, baby.
Oh shit. Wait, hold on 1 second. Just keep the voice down real quick. I'm gonna be right
Yo, you there?
back. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Yeah, buddy.
Hold on 1 second. Just don't speak for All right, I'm back.
Yeah.
Sorry, for some reason it won't let me like turn the volume down on my phone while we're on the live.
Oh, no worries. Yeah. So you got a ketamine session coming up?
Yeah, tomorrow morning.
Is that like with a doctor? Is that part of a real thing, or is that just something you do?
Yeah, it's with a doctor.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Interesting. Sweet. I got to get on that, man.
Yeah, it's only costing $5,000.
Never mind. Never mind. I guess I'll crawl back in my hole and eat some trash.
$600 a session for 8 sessions.
I met this really funny guy in Vegas one time that was like, I don't know, he was having like a bad mood or a manic episode or something, and he had just paid to get a new pair of new tires, and he paid like $862 or something. And he was just going on this really funny, insane rant. He was like, and I gotta buy sneakers, and that's $164, and I gotta get a new pair of tires, and that's $874, and I gotta fucking take my kids to daycare, and that's 306. He was like, I can't leave the fucking house without spending $5,825. It was really fucking funny, dude. That guy. Oh man, I wish I could hang out with that guy and like get him on a live stream or something because he was a character.
I mean, yeah, I can't fucking leave the house without spending like 50 to $100.
Sucks, man. Gas is like $5 a gallon out here. It makes me not even want to drive anywhere, dude.
It's fucking bullshit, man.
I don't know how to make any money, and all these like hustler gurus on social media that make it sound so fucking easy, dude. I've never found it easy, dude. Doing crime, doing not crime, doing a job, doing self employment, like it was always fucking hard to make $1,000, $2,000. Dude, it was fucking difficult, dude. It still is.
A
It's
lot
more
of
than
those a lot of those people are like, "Oh, I would just like, yeah, I could get a job like I could get like a job like um I would get a job to hold me over, like, bagging groceries or something." And it's like, no, you wouldn't. You're
yeah.
such a fucking liar. You're so full of shit, dude. You wouldn't fucking bag groceries. Like,
No, yeah. The best is like that Grant Cardone guy that's like, I'm a billionaire and I can go from nothing to a billionaire again back in 30 days. It's like, no, you cannot, dude.
yeah, you're just lying.
It's got to be some major nepotism or some fucking, 17,000 lines of credit. You got to have something to make $1 billion. You're not going to,
I mean, you
you
get
don't,
you just get like lucky, like there's these people that got into YouTube like 15 years ago, and
yeah.
they just were lucky. They just like got in at the right time.
Oh, you mean content creators
Yeah,
or
yeah.
stockholders?
Content creators,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
you know.
Or like the crypto billionaires that just threw like $5,000 at some weird ass crypto and it ballooned to 70,000% its worth or whatever.
Right,
Yeah, I mean there are a few people that get lucky, but it's an infinitesimal amount of people.
right.
Sucks, dude. We are the standing reserves on a dying planet.
Oh yeah.
Does anybody know what to do? Does anybody know what the fuck we're gonna do?
I don't know. I feel like there's more homeless people on Earth now than ever in the history of humanity.
Oh yeah, absolutely, dude. And like I remember living in Oakland 10, 15 years ago, and there'd be like one or two tent cities in the city, Now you go and it's just like 3 straight miles of tent city, dude. And then you go to the east side and there's tents everywhere around the lake, and it's like, you know, exponentially increase homeless people, dude. Like everywhere.
Yeah.
It's every city.
Yeah, I heard like Portland to Eugene is like all homeless people in Oregon.
And I was reading this like op-ed by this like rich leftist. He used to be a leftist guy. He used to be a liberal. Bill Walton. He was concerned with like a lot of social justice issues in the '60s and '70s, and now he's a millionaire and he's got a house in the San Diego Hills, and he's like, oh, when I'm out for a bike ride, I got to see these homeless people, and they chase me and they scream at the shadows, and it's like, what the fuck did you expect, dude? You live in the fucking most unequal society in the history of the world. Like, you're gonna have to deal with some craziness and some wealth disparity and some fucking people that have nothing that want something. Like, I just tell him to go fuck himself, because like there's no answers, dude. Nobody has any answers for any of these crises, the healthcare crisis, the prison crisis. Like, nobody has any solutions.
I have a solution.
What's that?
People need to fucking stop getting pregnant.
Yeah, maybe. But will they do it?
Oh, dude, I've been arguing with Alex about this shit for fucking the whole time I've been here, man. It's so ridiculous, like, that he wants to fucking create. Like, every time I see these people, like, people who seem, like, fairly intelligent, and they're just like, oh, well, maybe it's selfish, but, like, I want to have kids. And, like, I focus on the positive aspect of life. And it's like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? Like,
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like they're just deluding themselves, honestly.
yeah, for real, dude.
I think they know that it's not positive. Nothing about the whole setup is positive.
I don't know. My
I mean, to
parents, think
be alive means to face old age, disease, and death.
yeah, for some reason that doesn't seem to bother like these yuppies. What? Like yuppies seem to be so fucking detached, dude.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Well, luckily they got me and you to come to town occasionally and sink their fucking.
Right?
If we can't come to town and sink their ships, nobody can. These motherfuckers won't stand a chance once I'm through with them. I'll make them regret the day they were fucking born. With sketch comedy, of course. Not many people are funny about the whole thing. Not many people are self-deprecating or have a sort of sense of humor or gallows humor about the whole thing. Like, most people just like, I don't know why you would take this seriously. This sucks. This fucking sucks. I don't know why you would. I don't know why people take it so seriously. It all sucks. The games all suck.
It is all shit.
The only thing we can do is laugh at it. I kind of like the Carlin quote where he's like, I just kind of like, I just took my, I alienated myself from the outcome. I don't care what happens. I have no stake in the outcome. And I just observe the circus. I kind of like that sort of approach to life, to be able to just like observe it and laugh at it and watch it and be like, wow, look at that. Holy fuck, look at that. Um, try to be invested in it and you're just going to fall flat on your face. There's no good outcome that's possible.
Yeah. Just gotta develop your relationship with God.
Yeah. Yeah. Or, yeah, I don't know. Everybody gets their meaning out of trivialities.
Oh yeah? What's your triviality?
I don't have one, and that might be my problem. I mean, like I was on this chat group today, and these people were getting so much like, going so in on this guy because he feeds his dogs meat,
Mm-hmm.
like meat or whatever. And they just seem to get so much out of this, like this sort of framing and this positionality that they're like the perfect vegans, and that this guy who's vegan is actually a carnist. And I didn't care. Like, I don't know. Like, seems like people get so much meaning out of different things.
Yeah, I mean, it would bother me a little bit. Like he could feed his dog vegan food. It's a little annoying that he wouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, he said something about his dog having kidney disease and can't tolerate the V. I don't know if that's bullshit or what, but
Like that, what does that have to do with any, like, what nutrients does is he missing or not? Like that makes no sense, dude.
he said the dog is. I don't know anything about this, but he says because I don't have a dog, but the plant-based food is higher in protein than the meat-based food. I don't know how that would be possible, but
Just fucking feed the dog fucking sweet potatoes and lentils and peanut butter.
yeah, I did that. I did that with my dogs, and man, their coats were really healthy, and they had a lot of fucking energy. They seemed to really love it. I was feeding them a lot of peanut butter, sweet potatoes. Yeah, yeah, we would make them food, lentils, some vegetables, some broccoli, throw some blueberries in there, like just kind of a mishmash of fruits and vegetables, and they loved it, dude.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
But I don't know. I guess I've just tried not to be this like self-righteous pedant. I mean, I don't always achieve it, but I've always tried not to be this like self-righteous, pedantic, moralistic person. Like, because I don't like Christians, and I just when I do that, I feel like I'm a Christian or something. So I just try not to behave like that.
Right.
But whatever, everybody's got to get their meaning out of something, otherwise they end up like me, I guess.
I mean, you do scream in people's ears with a megaphone. That at
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, but I don't like it. Every time I do it, it feels frustrating and it feels constraining and it feels like work. I think that the people that enjoy and get meaning out of it are like, this is winning, we're doing this is big, you have to come, why don't you come? They'll be guilt tripping other people for not coming. Like, I honestly don't care if people don't come, but I mean, for me, yeah, it just feels like I'm going through the motions. It feels frustrating. It feels like work. I get the sense that these other people that do it get
well,
a
dude,
lot of.
you got to show some consideration. Make them come too.
What do you mean? Oh, got
Don't
you.
care if they come.
Ah, yeah, that's good.
Don't you want to come together?
I don't. I guess I'm a selfish lover.
um,
Well, we got 3 people watching, but I guess they'd probably
I,
all be trolls.
I'm starting to feel like I don't care about anything anymore. Like not even activism.
Yeah,
It's like Tanya's like insisting that it like makes a big difference, and I'm like, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like I am making any difference.
yeah. I mean, I think some of the campaigns do something, but most of them don't, and I think it's situational. And I don't think like if it's something that's already happening, I don't think my presence there is going to be important. But I don't know. Maybe if I have a lead organizing role, but I'm just not in that position, because people don't really care for me, dude. I'm not a very likable person. But anyway, like I guess my views on that are complicated, or yeah, they're kind of complex. I think that some of it is. important and effective, but the vast majority of it is not.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, have you debated with her on this? Like, her thinking it makes a big difference and you not thinking that it does? I mean, have you guys talked this out?
I don't know. I mean, she'll be like, I went vegan from AV, so it does work, you know?
Right.
The thing I really like about Tanya, though, is that she isn't like all like stuck up, and she is like, she can be really fun and down to earth. Like, she, like, it's funny, she's like encouraging me to do porn. Like, I would be so proud of you if you were a famous porn star.
Oh shit. Oh shit, dude. Damn, you got to do it now. You
It's
fucking
just
got to
like,
do it now.
it's like that personality. I'm like, it's cool that she's not all like, and she's like anti-feminist too. Like she's like, I hate feminism. It's so
Man, that's funny,
stupid.
man. Funny. She's a funny character.
Yeah, it's like cool to have that in the vegan world, that you don't have to feel like so uptight around like you don't have to like walk on eggshells around someone. Yeah, I can make like off-colored, not politically correct jokes and she'll like find them funny or she just won't care.
I definitely think you got to do porn now just to make her happy, dude.
Yeah, there's like imagine like how many guys males are lined up to try and do porn, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
lined up.
I don't know. I have a friend who does porn, and he described it as like I don't know if bullshitting, but he described it as emotionally taxing and like physically tough, dude. Like
Yeah, you have to come a lot.
you got to come a lot. And like you got to do this like porn persona. Porn persona is not fucking real. Like
Yeah, that's what I would
you
hate
don't
about it, honestly.
you don't walk into the fucking like house and be like, well, I guess you have a package. You got to like. It's just like he just said. Like it felt like kind of gross, you know.
Well, um I would never do that kind of porn, I don't think. Well, I never say
He
never,
wasn't
right?
doing,
But
he wasn't doing a lot of like mainstream porn. He was doing like more like alternative and queer porn, but like he still said it was like kind of uncomfortable, you know?
yeah, well, I would do like if I was to do porn, it would probably be like POV MILF porn. Like that would probably be my thing.
If I was to do porn, it would be German POV MILF 45 to 50 years old for brunette.
No, I would do like it would be like 45 to 65,
Okay, okay.
5 to 70,
All right. Well, I
35
mean,
to 70. Like,
yeah, you can't be too
like the
narrow with
number, the gap just like keeps like growing. Like,
yeah, 24 to 79. Yeah, you can't be too restricted with your visions. I don't know, give it a shot maybe. How do you break the world? How do
that's
you
what I said. Tanya's like, you have to research on the internet. I'm like, she's like, go online. I'm like, like I just typed in porn auditions on Google, and it's like you're not actually gonna get, like, where you do porn auditions, you just get porn websites that are watch people's first audition, so, you're not this isn't actually, gonna I'm not nothing's gonna lead you there. It's kinda like there's, like, a back door, so, no pun intended, that, you have to, you somehow have to, know someone, I think it's like, it's like being a firefighter. You have to have a family member, like a close relative or something that
I
y
mean, I think it would be possible that you go to one of those porn conventions, like one of those AVN conventions, and you sort of like make connections there, or you sort of, you break into the industry in some way.
I don't know,
I mean,
dude.
I think my friend who does it, he just started out like meeting in the Bay Area, like meeting small independent porn producers and sort of going from there, and they were willing to cast new talent or whatever.
Yeah, how do you meet a porn producer?
Um, well, I think it was just like part of the like pro sex work sort of culture that those people would just be around wherever he was hanging out. Like
Mhm,
I don't. I mean, again, it wasn't like mainstream stuff that he was starting with, so like I don't feel like those people are totally inaccessible or anything.
mhm.
Yeah, dude, this is I think this is the new vocation for you, dude.
Well, look, I just went on Craigslist under gigs and talent, looking for lead male singer, 21 to 40. Working casino band looking for lead male singer, must be able to rehearse and do weekend engagements. Go to bed, creeps. Do not watch. He's not a troll usually. Um,
He's not a troll, he's just telling the truth.
yeah, he's just telling the truth.
It's hilarious.
I wonder if he heard the whole porn, the whole porn fucking conversation. Um, let's see. It would be great if it would be great if we could invite him on here. How do we can you invite a third person onto this thing?
I don't think so.
Um, so have a Saturday. All right. Well, yeah, I don't know, dude. He's like doing this stream thing from his phone, so it's not
Stream.
it's not a StreamYard thing because StreamYard doesn't really work from your phone, right? It's like choppy.
Yeah, I have stream. Yeah, it's very, very choppy. Yeah. By the way, there's no way Joseph is 38. Okay.
I think he's coming on to you, Joseph.
Well, that's very flattering. You're very sexy yourself. He is much younger. I don't know why you
I
think
think
that, dude.
you're I think you
I'm
walked
literally always
into
talking in these channels about how I'm dying, like how I'm like mentally and physically deteriorating, and how I can't move or do anything. And he's like, "Oh yeah, that's definitely a young man."
you look like an older 24-year-old, like an older looking 24-year-old.
What the fuck does that mean?
An older looking you're like you don't look 30, you don't look like 38. You look like one of those guys in the early to mid 20s who looks older for their age.
Yeah, I feel like I've aged a lot in the past few years with prison and stuff, but like I remember when I was in my mid 20s, people would think I was like 18, 19. Yeah.
Oh, he's coming on to both of us now.
Damn, dude. This is where the porn career
Yeah,
starts.
we walked into a gay for pay. What do you want me to take off first? Do not watch.
Oh man, pair of vampires. That's right. That's fucking right.
They're vampires. Yeah. Actually, you both look very young. I can't. It's like I hear he's one of the few British voices like I have a hard time mimicking. I hear it in my head, but like I actually my intonation is off.
Yeah.
With all
Is he
due
still
respect,
talking?
man. Yeah, all due respect. Um, yeah. So sorry. I know, like I know I'm bastard interrupting all the time. Like I don't know how to like do like I can't get his intonation, but I'll work on it. I'm gonna work on my DNW impression.
Is he British?
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey, DNW, how do you break into the porn industry as a dude that doesn't want to do
Let
gay
us
for
know.
pay? I think that's secretly what he does too. I think that DNW is actually like in the porn industry. Yeah, OnlyFans, but you know what? Like OnlyFans, all right, but like you need to find someone to do um OnlyFans with you, you know? um Yeah, I mean that's what I was saying. Like too many guys want to do it. Exactly. Like how do you break into that, you know? It's just not possible. You have to start your own thing. You have to, you know, there's no way. It's not like it used to be.
My friend says he gets like 500 to 1,000 per shoot. It's
Um
not very much money.
I mean, that's still that's pretty decent. I would say that's pretty decent, but you know, like once again, he probably has a niche, you know, and he's already in, so
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I was telling him earlier, DNW. My thing is POV MILF. That would be my thing.
Fuck yeah.
If I'm not doing that, I'm not doing it.
You got a thing for MILFs or what, dude?
Look, that's not even the point. It's just I know my demographic. I know like what I would be good at, like
I
where
would think
what my niche would be. Like
I would think twink.
what?
I would think twink.
Yeah, okay, maybe if I was doing gay for pay, but I'm not doing gay for pay. All right, I'm doing POV MILF.
Oh, just do some gay for pay, man. Just do
POV
some
MILF.
gay for
That's it. That's it.
all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. We'll get to gay for pay at some point.
That's your thing.
uh, or sing. He said, "Tell jokes while you fuck or sing." So should be good.
Video models wanted. Um, well, I don't know. That's it. That's it for me.
Yeah, that's pretty much it for me too, dude. I'm
So
done.
I've decided I will be homeless. I'll be a homeless aspiring poor. I'm gonna have I'm gonna have a sign. I'm gonna have a few signs. One's gonna say "Go vegan, stop breeding." One's gonna say "Euthanize me," and then another one's gonna say "We'll do POV mill for pay."
You might get some. You might get some takers. So is do not watch a friend of yours?
At this point, I'd call him a friend. I would definitely. At this point, I feel like. I mean, the thing is, we don't really know each other because we've never actually met in real life. We just talk on streams. Um, and so, I mean, he's an acquaintance for sure. I could tell that if he and I did spend time together in real life, we'd probably be pretty good friends. Um, and that's the thing. It's just like these people are like, oh well, this is like my friend so and so. I'm like, you've never even fucking met the person. I'm like,
Yeah, 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 yeah. People describe like their fucking Instagram followers as their friends.
yeah, it was like when I like that time I told you about. I was talking to my ex girlfriend about like James Aspie, and she was like all upset about the cancel campaign against him. She's like, he's my friend, and I'm like, she's not, dude. She's not even like, I don't know if she's even talked to him online. Like, like the way people act,
Sad,
like about this
pretty
shit.
sad. A fucking parasocial relationship with some random person online.
Yeah,
We got a live stream on Sunday.
yeah, um, yeah. I'll let him know. He and I are on the same coast now, so we'll be having
No,
we have the same time schedule pretty much. Um,
hell yeah.
yeah,
All right, I guess I'll call it a night, Big Nick. Big motherfucking Nick.
I got a ketamine session early in the morning. Not too
Yeah,
early.
we got to get your porn career started, dude. Las Vegas is like the perfect fucking place for it.
I was told LA, but you would think Las Vegas.
The San Fernando Valley's got a lot. For a while, it had the biggest amount of porn producers in the United States, but Vegas is taking off too.
Yeah, maybe that's what like I just need to hold a sign trying to break into the porn industry.
Oh
Like
yeah,
specialty MILFs.
damn. Tanya has some funny views, dude. If you kill yourself, you'll be so proud of you. If you go to Machu Picchu, I would be so I would be so proud. I would speak so highly of you if you're a male porn star. Tanya's got some funny takes on shit, man. I should hang out with her. She's got a lot of interesting sort of. She's got a lot of like interesting just takes on different things. Most people don't tell a suicidal person that if they're going to kill themselves, they need to go to Machu Picchu and jump off.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't usually say that.
But Yeah, I gotta see Tanya more. She's funny. She's a good person.
Yeah, well, you're fucking invited here.
I think Danny and Joseph would get on well. Who's Danny?
Danny Shine from Social Experimentalist.
Nice. I gotta check out these channels. I gotta just spend a day and watch some of these. Watch some of these
Honestly,
channels.
like it's a pretty good model too. You could do some of the kind of stuff he's doing where you are. He just goes out on the street with the megaphone and like does speak outs where he like he just like basically like gives people a hard time and like gets that on film, and like some of the crazy reactions are pretty entertaining. I mean, he has like a some kind of agenda, like it's either to shed light on, anti-natalism or veganism or but he does it in a funny way where like he kind of like he kind of like picks on the establishment, kind of in a joking way. Um, like what the thing he'll do with the AN stuff is he'll be like, um, I'll get, he's like, I'm offering a reward for £100 for anyone who can give me a good reason why they should procreate, like why they should have children, that is logical and ethical, right?
Yeah.
And then and people try and come win the £100, and like he just argues with them, and he's just like, he's like, that's not logical at all. He's like, that's absurd. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Like,
It's awesome. Yeah, I definitely want to check his content out. I gotta see that. Sounds fun.
200-pound plus people needed.
For what?
Big and tall, plus size, and curvy people for photo shoots. I'm assuming when these things say photo shoot, I wonder what they're. Um, this male lead singer thing looks like it could be promising though.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. All right, do not watch. Take it easy. Take care.
Thanks for stopping by, being the
Absolutely.
only non-troll we've had all night.
Absolutely. It's nice to have once in a while. True fan. All right, I guess I'll take off as well.
All right,
Good catching up with you, Nick. Talking to
good.
you. I would strongly advise you to make Tanya proud and pursue your porn career.
Or jump off Machu Picchu.
Yeah, something you gotta do
feed,
one or
my,
the other, man.
feed myself to an alligator.
Yes. Jump into the lion enclosure at the zoo and feed yourself to the lions.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. All right, man. We'll talk.
All right. Late
Take good night.
night.